What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Giganato Gaming here, and welcome back to another episode of Ark Lost Colony. Last we left off, we tamed a couple of Baryonyxes. A male and a female. There's the male. Let's see if we can find the female. Where'd the female go? Oh, alright, the female's underneath the Osodon, who finally has a saddle. That's right. Off camera, I managed to get a bunch of metal, and we got a saddle for our Osodon, as well as some better weapons. We got a hatchet, a pike, and a crossbow. That's the main thing we wanted. Alright, in today's episode, I'd like to do a couple of things. I'd like to breed up our two Baryonyxes, so we can get an imprinted version. We're going to need some stand torches, and whatever else. We got the cyber structures mod, so we'll be able to do just that. And I also want to get that dino digitizer. How are we on metal? I think we have... Yeah, we got about 5 metal. We're all set to go. Do we have any crystal? No, we're going to have to get some crystal. Alright, we need like 1 metal for that. Nope, I don't want to take all 10. I just want to take the 1. There we go. Yeah, we'll breed them up. And then we'll take our imprinted Baryonyx out exploring. We can see what's going on here. So I'd like to take our Osodon out for a spin at some point. So it's probably going to be too cold for them to hatch by themselves. Where are you going? No, where are you going? Come back here. Alright. We need to get some torches. Probably at least 10. Let's whistle stop. Don't move. Alright, first things first, we need to get some standing torches. These cyber structure standing torches. Can we make 10 of those? We need a bunch of wood. Do we not have any wood? I guess we don't have any wood. And I cleared out all these trees. Alright, let's go on the Iguanodon. Do you have any wood on you? No. Alright, let's go on the Iguanodon, get some more wood. Alright, so yeah, that's the plan of action for today. We're going to breed up our berries and see if we can get that done. Get an imprinted berry. And then we're going to take our imprinted berry out exploring. And we're going to see what goes on there. Alright, so while we're here, we got about 96 wood. Let's go get some crystal real quick. That's an Alpha Therizino. Do you think Big Brutus can take that? I'm hoping he can. Alright, spiders, piss off. Yeah, there's an Alpha Therizino in that area. Is there 2 Alpha Therizinos, or is that just the 1? I think it's just the 1. Alright, let's see if we could bring Big Brutus over and kill that Therizino. It's not too far away. Alright, let's see what we got. Alright, let's take on this Alpha Therizino. I think we're ready to do it. We'll get the torches in a minute. We just need to take on this Alpha Therizino, because it's kind of obstructing between the crystal and us, basically. 786 damage. And the big hit does about 1,500. Alright, can you get in front of me, please? Thank you, damn. Alright, we got about 72 levels, so let's go up into a bunch of health. Maybe get that up to 50k? Or should I get that up to 100k? Screw it, let's get that up to 100k. Weight will bring up to 1,000, maybe 1,500. That looks good. And then put the rest in the melee. Now we should be strong enough to take on that Alpha. Damn, these Therizinos are everywhere, dude. Jesus. 7,000 damage. Yeah, that's way better. Alright, Big Brutus. Let's kick their asses. Alright, 14,000 with a big hit. Alright, what did we get from that? Did we get like a trophy or something? We got a lot of picks. Alright. Or a lot of hatchets, even. Alright, Big Brutus, you're kind of a beast. Not kind of, you are a beast. Alright, we got plenty of raw meat and prime from killing those Therizinos. Let's go ahead and get rid of that. There's a baby Therizino. What level are you? 140? You know what? I might claim you. Why are we... Oh, we're out of stamina. That's why. Come on, Mr. Therizino. Alright, follow me back. There we go. Alright, we got him. Kill this Microraptor with relative ease. And I forgot, since we have very little health, our stamina's probably going to take a long time to regenerate. But anyway, as we're going about this, if you find yourself enjoying this video and want more content like this, make sure to leave a like on the video and subscribe for more. It would really help out a ton. Let's see if we could get this channel to 2,000 subscribers. That would be super amazing. Okay, where did the other Iguanodon go? Where's the other Iguanodon? Why are you all the way up there? Something must have attacked the base again. Alright, we've got the wood we need. Whistle stop. Alright, no need to go anywhere. And they destroyed my campfire again! Yeah, something attacked the base. Something definitely attacked the base. Yeah, we're not staying here forever. Alright, what did I want to do? Oh yeah, get some, do we have any crystal in here? No, we don't. Alright. We got so much prime, we don't need any more prime. Alright, can we make 10 of those? We can make 1. What are we short on? Oh, there we go. Hold on. We can make 10. That's what happens when you have 2 of those things at the same time. Alright, I think now we're ready. Now, these should light up automatically. These are the cyber structures torches. So they should light up without the need of any wood. Now, if we just put the berries on breeding, we should be good to go. I do want to get an imprinted berry, and then that'll be the berry we use. You know, the 2 blues together might be nice. Though I do like the white on the female. I do like that. I'm glad we got 2 berries. That's just awesome. Alright, Moss Chops, I'm going to need you to come back over here. Alright, I'm just going to wait for this egg to hatch up, and then we'll be good to go. It's probably going to be too cold by itself. Like, what's the temperature outside? It's 0 degrees Celsius out here. Which I don't know what that is in Fahrenheit. Let me look that up. 32 degrees Fahrenheit. So it's like just freezing here. It's like 32 degrees. Alright. Is that why they say below 32 is considered freezing? Because 0 degrees Celsius. Is that what it is? I'm not too good with Celsius or Fahrenheit. Oh, we don't need to worry about any narco berries in the world. At all. Alright, spoiled meat. All pull done. There we go. We got 8 all together. Alright, let's just wait for this egg to show up, and then I'll put the hatchling away. Yeah, we can light them up without the use of any wood. Alright, and we got this random Therizino as well. Are you fully grown? What are your stats? 35 in the health? Okay, if we tamed your parent, then you could have had, like, really good health. But we got a Therizino anyway. You could be another means of protection. Alright. Too cold. Yeah, I figured you'd be too cold. Alright, let's try 5 of these torches. I did not mean to pick up that stone. Alright, it's still too cold. Still too cold. Let's just have all 10. Incubating. There we go. Alright, let me just get a Pokeball ready. Alright, that should take about 25 seconds. We'll let it grow up, and then once it's fully imprinted, we'll be all set to go. So I'll see you guys, I guess, when it hatches. I don't really care about doing the stats. I'll worry about that later. Maybe I'll try to get some better berries with, like, 50s into the health and melee. But apart from that, yeah. Alright, I just need something I can get around on. I'd rather have the better melee. There we go. Alright, let's see what we got. So, the better melee would be 43. The 43 melee. At least the 43 melee would be great. And you got the 43 melee. I think you kept the best stats. Yeah, you kept the health in the melee. You're like a perfect one. 54, 51. Yeah, that's perfect. Unless one of you had 52 weight? Yeah, you had 52 weight. Alright, you lost the weight, but apart from that, this will be our new main Bary. Alright. I will let you guys know when this Baryonyxs, you can go into retirement. And just like that, our new Bary is fully grown. And it looks like you may have kept both the blues. No, you got like the white stripes. Alright, that's cool enough. So fully imprinted, you got 5,100 health, 1,100 melee. Let's see how good you are. Fully imprinted. We're going to do some exploring, get some crystal. Alright, how much damage do we do? I kind of don't want to kill an otter. Let's find something else. Oh, that's a penguin. Level 20. 523. That's really good, actually. Really good. Yo, there are these otters everywhere. Damn. Alright, let's go get some crystal. I have the metal ingot on me. Yep, I do. Awesome. We got another moss chops in the area. Alright, there's a microraptor. Is that an arcology otter? That is. 135. Cool, cool. Alright, I kind of want to stay away from those microraptors. Let's just explore a little bit. You know, first let me get some crystal. So I can get the dino digitizer. So we can have like a sure thing, you know what I'm saying? I know where there's definitely crystals, so we're gonna go where there's definitely crystals so I can save time and energy looking for them. And yeah, once this is done, we're just gonna do some exploration on our new imprinted Baryonyxs. And we're gonna see what's going on. Alright, so since this is gonna be our main Bary, then we can level this guy up. Alright, that's a 140 female, 28 into health, 31 into melee. Should we tame it as like a backup Bary? You know what, screw it. And since we got a crossbow, we should be good to go. This could be like a good backup Bary. And since it's a vanilla Bary, if anything happens to the arcology mod, we'll still have a Bary anyway. Alright, just need to hit you. Never mind, you're down. Alright, cool. I was gonna say, I just need to hit you one more time, but we got one. Alright. Now that prime fish meat should be back at base. Alright, so tame's in progress. There we go. Alright. Let me go get the prime fish meat. Even if we don't have any more, I've got a sickle. We can always kill another salmon. And then while that tames up, we're gonna do our exploration. Pego? What the hell are you doing all the way over here? You know what? Come with me. Alright, you'll just harvest that immediately. You'll just insta-harvest the salmon. We don't want you to do that. I want to be able to get some prime fish meat. Alright, let's get some more prime fish meat. Alright, that's 2 more prime fish. I believe something like a 140 takes 6 or 7? Oh no, I just did that meme. I'm so sorry. It's a very cringy meme. Alright, to make up for it, 8-9. 8-9 to make up for it. Well, hopefully the meme reset should fix everything. Alright, how much prime fish meat do we have? 10. Alright, that should be more than enough. Let's go get the prime fish meat to this female Bary over here. It's got about 31 points in the melee, so it may as well have better melee than the one we have. Skelly! What are you doing out here? You know what? Screw it. We'll put you in companion mode. You could be in companion mode. Alright, let me just put the prime inside of you. Alright, now let's do some exploration. We got 32 trank arrows. We should be good when it comes to that stuff. Hopefully we'll come across some of the new creatures, like maybe a Malwyn or a Solwyn or something like that. Or are those something you have to evolve your Veilwind to do? Alright, Microraptors, can we not... Barry, help, please. We should probably think of a name for our Barry. We've got Big Brutus if things get very sketchy. We should have Big Brutus. Yeah, we do. He's currently healing up. Alright, Skelly, follow me. Stay close. You know what I meant to do? Get some crystal. I meant to get some crystal, but I guess we don't have any crystal at the moment. We have an Arcology Rex somewhere in the air. There's a Spino. What level are you, good sir? 55? Probably level you up. What level's this guy? 20? Alright, cool. Yeah, there's just Baryonyxs everywhere. That's a level 20. That's a 55. What level's a Spino? That's an Alpha Spino. And we got a max level. A max level Spino and then an Alpha Spino. Okay. We got a Bison. A level 95 Bison. We could tame a Bison, but the problem with them is that they tend to dismount you. That's the only issue. It's a level 95 anyway. I kind of want to stay away from that Spino. If we can. Are you the Alpha? You're the max level. We might tame you at some point. Not right now, but later. That's a 50 Raptor. Alright, let's see if we can find some crystal. Alright, let's try to stay away from that Alpha Spino. We could use Big Brutus to kill it. Let's get you up to 50k health for right now. About 1,000 weight, and then put the rest into melee. Everything else is good. Oh, we got a spider. 3,000 damage. That's way better. Holy mother of berries. There are just so many berries in this area. If you're looking for a berry, you can take your pick. There's just so many berries. There's a 145 with 36 points into health. Yo, these guys don't play around. Let's kill the spider real quick. Alright, let's go this way. Alright, let's go this way, actually. Alright, there's the Alpha Spino. I might go and see if Big Brutus can kill that Alpha Spino. Hopefully none of those berries spawn in this area. I'm going to take you off of companion mode for now. And Skelly, I kind of don't want you to die. So I'm actually going to put you in here. For now. Alright, let's see if we can take on this Alpha. There's an Elder Claw. A 145 with a baby. Okay, cool. We might have to get an Elder Claw. What level's this berry? 145. Where are all these berries coming from? Damn. There's just so many of them in this area. Oh, let's kill you. Alright, come on. We got this. Alright, Barry, we don't need you to join in. Alright, I guess we're killing this max level Spino. Sorry about that, buddy. We got 3 more levels. Let's level up into melee. I'm going to take this. I'm going to take the Prime, just in case we need it.
More wreckage from the crashed Ark.
Oh.
Watch for telltale pools of glowing purple goo. Edmund's pet projects tend to be violent and unpredictable.
Okay, thank you for that, Helena. But anyway, what do we got here? Okay, there's a Gigantoraptor here. That's a 95. I kind of want that 145 Elder Claw. That was a 50 Raptor and a 25. I want that 145 Elder Claw. Hey, get away from that 145 Elder Claw. That's mine. Pego, piss off. I don't need your help right now. Yeah, that was the 145 Barry right there. You know what? You are a beautiful color. You are a beautiful color. We got the seed for it, right? Yep, 145 Elder Claw. Excuse you, Baryonyx. There's your baby. I'm just gonna take you. Could always use the extra... whatever. Alright, let's see if we can find some crystal. And get around all those berries. Oh my god! Those are all berries! Where do all these berries keep coming from? They're just... they've got a straight-up civilization here! I mean, Jesus Christ! There's gotta be a couple... I already just picked up a max level in there. Okay, yeah, we are going around that. This is a lost colony, alright. The Lost Berry Colony. Damn. Well, if you're looking for a Baryonyx, this is the spot. Alright, our new berry has tamed up. I would like to explore and see what's over there. Is there... there's just so many berries in this area. Can I just get to my berry? Don't mind me. Just running by. Don't mind me. And then I want to explore that little area. Yeah, there's just berries everywhere. Oh, you didn't die. Oh my god. Here they all come. I'm stuck. I'm stuck. I'm dead. Oh, and I just got caproed. I just got caproed. Alright, can I... Barry? Help me, please? Ouch. How did you stun me? Can I get unstunned, please? I'm gonna die. Yeah, I'm dead. Damn it! What is with all these berries? Damn it! Oh my god! Why are there so many berries? This is gonna have to be a rescue mission. Well, it's not the end of the world if the berry ends up dying. It's not the end of the world. Yeah, we're gonna have to go on a rescue mission. Alright, the Pego might be dead for sure. The berry could probably take them on with loads of damage. Alright. Let's go pick up the other berry for... oh, wait. I don't have my soul balls because I died. Like, where the hell did all these berries come from? Jesus. Alright, you're still kicking. Alright, cool. Alright, I think you managed to kill them all. Alright, let me get my stuff back. Damn. All my armor broke. Which I guess is fair. How did that other berry manage to stun me? The water wasn't even that deep. Alright, do we at least have any spare clothes that I could put on? I could put this on, I guess, and these boots. The shirt's still intact. Everything else is broken. We got some pants anyway. Damn, that was brutal. That was honestly really brutal. Obviously, that needs to be fixed. We can't have this many berries in one area. I wanted to explore this other area. Now, don't ever kill me again. Jesus. We could use this... hold on, we could use this... okay, hello. Why did we just bounce like that? Are we okay, game? Alright, let me use some of this fish to heal the berry. That wasn't even a fish, that was an otter. Okay, alright, we should be back in order. Let's go find some crystal. So we can at least get a dino digitizer. And that'll make this a whole lot easier, hopefully. Alright, what's this area over here? There's our first Bronto. Is that a special? A Revenant Bronto. Okay. Ouch!
Something terrible had to have been done to that poor creature.
Is that a Valwyn? Or a Malwyn? Revenant Malwyn. Okay, can we just time out for 1 second, please? That means you, Barry. Damn. Alright, let's just get our bearings back together. Alright, we got more melee. That was our first Mal win, I believe. Ah, damn. Alright, Microraptor, piss off. I killed it as it dismounted me. That was awesome. That's a black and red berry. Oh, that's the alpha. They aggro from like a mile away as well. Is that another alpha? There's 2 alpha berries. Damn. Alright. There's a sure thing place I can get some crystal from. So we can finally get the Dino Digitizer. Alright, let me go ahead and get this going. There we go. Alright. We could take that, right? Let's see if we can take it. Oh yeah, we 2-shotted that. Nice. An Alpha Baryonyx Claw. We got some better gloves. I'm certainly going to use that. Alright, let's go get that crystal. Finally. Alright, look at all the berries that are over here alone. There's like 3 berries in that area. Alright, let me just get some crystal real quick. I think we just need 1 or 2 crystal. Ouch! Another goddamn berry. Where do all these berries keep coming from? Alright, let's finally get the Dino Digitizer. That's the prototype. We're definitely leaving this area when we move. Oh, sorry. Didn't mean to kill you, Dimetrodon. Alright, let's see what kind of stats this berry has. I thought for sure that our berry was dead. But I guess not. Alright, let's see what this berry had. 42 into health, 37 into stamina, oxygen, food, no one cares, 46 into weight, 48 into melee. Yeah, you're definitely better. I'm gonna throw you out here. You could be like a backup berry. Alright, let's see if we can restore... whatever. Alright, I think that place is too dangerous, so let's explore over here, see what's going on over here. Unless this is the edge of the map. This might be the edge of the map. So I guess there's only one place to go. We should probably work on getting some pelt so we can get that armor going. Yeah, we should totally do that. What's this area now? Spider, please. Our Microraptor, I'm going to kill you before you even have a chance to dismount me. What is this area? Oh, wait. You're Santa's big helper. We got wolves. Okay. We got a paleo mammoth in that crowd. Damn. You know, a wolf wouldn't be a bad shout either. Having a pack of wolves around as, like, protection. Ooh, we got an ankylo. Level 135. We could tame a quick ankylo. We'll let that tame up, and then we could do that. How many berries are you going to take? Oh, wait, you have a baby. You have 2 babies. I'm going to take the both of you. Alright, Dung Beetle, I'm just going to avoid you. Wow. Yeah, this place is very harsh. Real talk, very harsh. There's one of those Revenant. What the hell is that thing? A hulking Revenant. 100,000 health. Jesus. So this is the bad area, the Revenant area. We should probably stay away from that. Should we kill them?
Another of Morpho's bad ideas in the flesh. He never did have a problem with human experimentation. Maybe best to put that whole thing out of its misery.
Let's see if we can kill them. Alright, these guys are killable. We're getting spoiled meat. Yo, that's a game changer.
Now that is unsettling. Probably probably wise to give that beastie a bad rest. Looks to be in a rotten mood.
What you mean? The Revenant Bronto. What is... a gloon? That's what a gloon is? Oh my god. You have been spotted by a gloon. Hide. Hide where? Okay, yeah. This is not a good area to be in. Not a good area to be in. Jesus Christ. Alright, let's go back where it's safe. Once Big Brutus is fully healed, then we can use him to, like, maybe go after the Revenants. Yeah, that's what we could do. Alright, the only thing we can really do is, I guess, go north. Because south is just... that area is just bad. Real bad. Alright, let's drop off some of our tames that way there. If I die again, we can not lose any of our tames. We got an Elder Claw for now. That's good. We have an Elder Claw anyway. That's interesting. Alright, what else do we have? Alright, we got our Iguanodon. Let's put you away. Maybe store some of this stuff onto the Iguanodon. And I think the last thing we need to do today is basically just kill some mammoths. Get as much pelt as possible. Just kill some mammoths. Alright, let's go. Let's go kill some mammoths so then we can get that Arctic armor. Because I believe we need some better armor in order to survive out here. Kill every mammoth I see. We didn't get much pelt from that. Sheep. That should drop. Yeah, a bunch of pelt. How much pelt do we need for the Arctic stuff altogether? We need 320 altogether. That's doable. Alright, we got 87 so far. If we can find another sheep, we could easily do that. We're not really getting much pelt from the mammoths. Altogether, we have 100. We just need 220 more. Do bison drop pelt? I don't know if bison drop pelt or not. And you just threw me off the saddle. Alright, raptor, yeah, there we go. They don't drop pelt. Alright, good to know. There's another Elder Claw. That's a max level Elder Claw. Alright, Microraptor, please. Hello, can I, thank you. Alright, let me kill this max level Elder Claw. Give it seed. Oh, we got 2 potential Elder Claws we could grow at some point in the future. Oh, yeah, I forgot about all these berries. A Snow Owl would kind of be Fire Flame. That's a 140. That would be Fire Flame. Yeah, we got so many bison in this area. Alright, Megaloceros will drop some pelt. Yo, we got a lot of rhinos here. Okay, they give a good chunk of pelt, the rhinos. What do we got for bison? A 57, 55. Alright, yeah, you were a mutated one. Arno, piss off. Alright, how are we doing on pelt? Okay, we've got more than enough. I think the only thing that will slow me down is the metal ingots. I think that's the only thing that's going to slow me down. You know what? Let's get an Ankylo. Let's raise up one of our Ankylos, harvest some metal, and then we'll be good to go. Alright. Where's base? Base is this way. And then maybe next episode, when we're more prepared, we'll explore the Revenant area and see what's in store. Because I found, like, we found our first Gloon. That's where Gloons spawn. And, maybe we could get a Malwyn or something. I might have to do some research on how to tame these guys. But, yeah, we'll have to see. Alright. We'll see if we're ready for any of the new creatures. Like the Valwyn, or the Malwyn, or the Solwyn, or whatever. Where would Soulwinds spawn? That's my question. Or are Soulwinds and Malwinds something you have to evolve? That's my question. Oh, this area is kind of nice. What do we got here?
All of this looks like debris from the aberrant ark. One of the very few that didn't make it.
Biotoxin.
What a tragic loss of life.
Yeah, tragic. Boo-hoo. Yeah, we could get biotoxin from this. That's very good to know. Good to know we've got biotoxin. Very easy to get on here. Alright. We got more than enough pelt to get this done. Let's get a saddle for the Ankylo. Because I don't know if we're going to need metal ingots. We're probably going to need metal ingots for this, armor. Let's see. Do we craft it in the smithy? We probably craft it in the smithy. Alright, Pego. You can go back inside the house for now. Alright, let's see. Alright, let's put you away. We need to get a fridge going. Alright, I think the Arctic stuff is crafted in the smithy. Yeah, it is. Alright. Yeah, we do need metal ingots. Though it's not much. Saying that, though, we only got about 23. We're probably going to run out of metal ingots before we run out of anything else. Alright, what else do we need for that? Fiber and hide. Fiber and hide we should have plenty of. It's just the metal. That's all it is. Alright, let's get the Ankylos. They're male and female. Do we at least have enough metal to make an Ankylo saddle? That's the question. Ankylo. There we go. We got some stuff anyway. Alright, and then we can get some more metal. And then we can finally get the armor. And then we can end the episode off by getting that armor. We got more than enough pelt to do this. Let's go ahead and do that. Wait, I just remembered. The Cyberstructure's gravestones allow you to get your stuff back when you die. Yeah, that... I just realized that. That's an Equus. A 95 Equus. Okay. There's a Dillo in the area. Yeah, there's all the berries. That's how we died last time. Ouch. Leave Skelly alone. Alright, there's some metal nodes. Let's see if we can gather a bunch of metal. That's the goal. Alright, Ankylo. This is where you come in. Oh, yeah. We get so much metal from this. Alright, let's go ahead and maybe get our weight up a bit. Alright. Drop the stone. We should be good. Alright, the Bary will be able to carry all that, yeah. Alright, now we should have more than enough metal ingots to be able to get the armor going. Yeah, it's just the ingots that we need. That should provide us with way more armor. We'll have to see how that looks. There we go. Alright, I guess we'll have to wait for the other metal to cook up, and then we can get some more of that. How do we look in this armor so far? You know what, so far... Ow! What the hell? Ouch. Get it, what the hell? Why am I being attacked by Veilwinds? Can I ride you? The Pego just died. Why are Veilwinds attacking me? The hell just happened? Well, rip Pego. You know what? I'm going to do this more on my spare time. But with that, that's going to wrap it up for this episode. If you guys enjoyed it, Make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more. It would really help out a ton. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys next time.